For centuries, Jupiter has been the giant we could only admire from a distance. A planet so massive that it could fit more than 1,300 Earths inside it. A world covered by endless storms, surrounded by powerful radiation, and hiding beneath a thick layer of clouds that no telescope could see through. But beneath those clouds was a mystery. What is Jupiter actually made of? Does it have a solid core? What powers its enormous magnetic field? And what secrets are hidden deep inside the largest planet in our solar system? For decades, scientists had theories. But they were only theories. Until NASA sent a spacecraft directly into Jupiter's unknown. A spacecraft called Juno. And what it discovered forced scientists to completely rethink the planet we thought we understood. When we look at Jupiter from Earth, it appears almost peaceful. A beautiful sphere of orange and white clouds floating silently in space. But this image is hiding something much more extreme. Deep below those clouds exists a world where hydrogen behaves like a strange metallic fluid. Where storms larger than Earth can survive for centuries. Where pressure becomes so intense that the familiar rules of matter begin to change. And perhaps the biggest surprise of all, Jupiter does not seem to have the simple, compact core scientists expected. Instead, NASA discovered something far stranger. A giant mysterious region buried deep inside the planet. A discovery that may reveal not only how Jupiter formed, but how our entire solar system came into existence. Chapter 1: The Planet That Should Have Been Simple. Jupiter has always been considered the king of planets. It is the largest world orbiting our sun. It contains more mass than all the other planets combined. And because of its size, scientists believed Jupiter should hold the key to understanding how planets are born. 4.5 billion years ago, when the solar system was just a cloud of gas and dust, Jupiter began forming. Gravity pulled together enormous amounts of hydrogen, helium, ice, rock, and other materials. Over millions of years, the planet grew into the giant we see today. Scientists imagine Jupiter as a layered world. A thick atmosphere of hydrogen and helium on the outside. A deep ocean of liquid metallic hydrogen below. And at the center, a small dense core made of heavier materials. Simple. Almost like an onion. Different layers hiding one central secret. But Jupiter was never that simple. Juno was about to prove it. Beneath those clouds, scientists found something unexpected. Chapter 2: The Mission That Entered the Unknown. On August 5, 2011, NASA launched a spacecraft unlike anything before. Its name was Juno. Its mission was simple. Travel nearly 2 billion miles through space. Survive Jupiter's deadly radiation. Enter orbit around the largest planet in our solar system. And look beneath the clouds. But Juno was not designed to land. In fact, landing on Jupiter is impossible. Jupiter does not have a true surface. There is no solid ground waiting beneath the clouds. Instead, a spacecraft would descend deeper and deeper into thickening gas until pressure destroyed it. So instead of entering Jupiter, Juno became a scientific detective, flying around the planet, measuring tiny changes in gravity, studying magnetic fields, and using instruments powerful enough to see into a world hidden from human eyes. Then Juno revealed even more. Chapter 3: Jupiter is not what scientists expected. One of Juno's first surprises came from Jupiter's atmosphere. For decades, scientists believed the colorful bands visible from Earth were mostly a surface-level phenomenon. Beautiful clouds moving around the planet. But Juno discovered something much deeper. Those enormous jet streams and atmospheric patterns extend thousands of kilometers below the visible clouds. Imagine looking at the ocean from above. You see waves moving across the surface. But then you discover those movements continue hundreds of meters below. That is what scientists found happening on Jupiter. The planet's atmosphere is not just a thin layer. The entire visible face of Jupiter is connected to deeper processes happening inside the planet. The storms we see are actually windows into Jupiter's hidden interior. Chapter 4: The Storm Bigger Than Earth. For hundreds of years, one feature on Jupiter has captured human imagination. The Great Red Spot. A gigantic storm that has existed for centuries. It is so large that Earth could fit inside it. But scientists had one major question: how deep did this storm actually go? Was it only a cloud formation? Or was something much larger happening beneath the surface? Juno provided the answer. Using measurements of Jupiter's gravity and atmosphere, scientists discovered that the Great Red Spot extends deep into the planet. The storm is not simply floating on top. It is connected to Jupiter's deeper atmospheric engine. This changed the way scientists view giant planets. Because Jupiter's atmosphere is not just weather. It is a massive, powerful system reaching far into the planet itself. Chapter 5: The Hidden Ocean of Metallic Hydrogen. But something even stranger was waiting much deeper inside Jupiter. Thousands of kilometers below the clouds, pressure becomes unimaginable. Hydrogen, the simplest element in the universe, begins transforming. Under these crushing conditions, hydrogen atoms become packed so tightly that scientists believe the material behaves like a metal. This strange substance is called liquid metallic hydrogen. And it may be responsible for one of Jupiter's greatest mysteries: its enormous magnetic field. Jupiter's magnetic field is the strongest planetary magnetic field in our solar system. It stretches millions of kilometers into space. It creates powerful radiation belts. And it produces some of the most intense auroras ever observed. But how exactly this magnetic field forms was unclear. Juno helped scientists understand that the metallic hydrogen layer plays a major role. Inside Jupiter, a giant ocean of electrically conducting fluid is moving. And that movement creates a planetary-sized magnetic generator. A dynamo bigger than anything on Earth. Chapter 6: The Discovery Hidden at Jupiter's Center. But perhaps the biggest surprise was waiting even deeper. The core. For decades, scientists imagined Jupiter had a small, compact core. Something like a giant version of Earth's center. A dense ball of rock and metal surrounded by hydrogen. But Juno's measurements told a different story. By studying tiny variations in Jupiter's gravity, scientists could estimate how mass is distributed inside the planet. And the results were unexpected. Jupiter appears to have a much larger core region than predicted. But it is not a clear, solid object. Instead, it seems to be a gradual mixture of heavy elements slowly blending into the surrounding hydrogen. Scientists call this a dilute core or a fuzzy core. Imagine dropping ink into water. Instead of a sharp boundary between two materials, the colors slowly mix together. That is closer to what may be happening deep inside Jupiter. And this discovery changed a major idea about planet formation. Chapter 7: Did Jupiter form differently than we thought? Why does Jupiter have this strange fuzzy interior? How did this happen? One possibility is that Jupiter experienced a violent beginning. Early in the solar system, countless objects collided. Perhaps a massive impact damaged Jupiter's original core and mixed heavier materials throughout the planet. Another possibility is that Jupiter simply formed differently from the beginning. Maybe giant planets are not built with neat layers. Maybe they are chaotic worlds shaped by billions of years of evolution. And this matters because Jupiter is not just one planet. It is a blueprint. Thousands of planets larger than Earth have been discovered orbiting other stars. Many of them are gas giants similar to Jupiter. Understanding Jupiter helps scientists understand distant worlds we may never visit. Chapter 8: Why Jupiter Matters for Earth. At first glance, Jupiter seems completely unrelated to us. It is a giant planet made mostly of gas. A world where humans could never survive. But Jupiter played a major role in shaping our own solar system. Its enormous gravity influences asteroids, comets, and the movement of other planets. Some scientists believe Jupiter may have helped determine where Earth formed and how materials were distributed throughout the early solar system. By studying Jupiter's hidden interior, we are studying our own origins. Because every planet carries a record of the cosmic events that created it. And Jupiter's record is one of the oldest. The final mystery. NASA's Juno mission transformed Jupiter from a distant ball of clouds into a living, dynamic world. We discovered storms reaching deep into the planet. A magnetic field more powerful than expected. A strange metallic ocean hidden beneath the atmosphere. and a core unlike anything scientists imagined. But perhaps the most fascinating discovery is this. The largest planet in our solar system is still full of unanswered questions. After centuries of observing Jupiter, after sending spacecraft across billions of miles, we are only beginning to understand what exists beneath those clouds. And if humanity can discover something this unexpected on a planet next door, what other secrets are waiting in the billions of worlds beyond? Because the universe has already shown us something important. The greatest discoveries are often hiding where we thought we knew everything. And Jupiter may not be the strangest world hiding beneath a familiar surface. Subscribe for more documentaries uncovering the biggest mysteries of space, science, and worlds beyond Earth.